Madeleine McCann is the most famous missing person on Earth.
Everyone would love the story to have a happy ending. Everyone would love for Madeleine to turn up safe and well.
For all of us in the media, this is one of the stories of the century.
It was all Maddie all the time. It was as though there was no other news.
I think the only story that's been bigger than the disappearance of Madeleine McCann has been the death of Princess Diana.
Her angelic face was a gift, and the McCanns ran a massive media campaign to keep her in the headlines and convince the world to keep looking for her.
Occasionally you'll meet people who say, oh, why don't the McCanns just shut up? And we get bored of hearing the McCann story, why don't they just stop talking about it? And I always say, how can you stop talking about it when you've lost your child?
But over the 7 years of the Find Maddie campaign, there have been dramatic and brutal backlashes.
But it did feel to the world of journalism sometimes as though we were being used.
When there was no news, the press struggled for stories.
Journalists were on the streets looking for stories, and they had to publish stories.
They want something. It's top of the hour, and this is a big story, wasn't it? But there wasn't anything. So there was a vacuum. And in that vacuum, things started to get, shall I say, rather creative.
The monstering of the McCanns by the British media is one of the most shameful episodes of the British Free Press.
It was a story that would end up in the High Court, costing the British media hundreds of thousands of pounds in damages.
But I do think the British media sank below their usual fairly low standards.
I'm Martin Frizell, and 7 years ago I broke a news story that would shatter a family's life and become one of the biggest mysteries of our generation. As editor of the country's biggest breakfast show when she disappeared, I was as keen as anyone to run the story. It brought in more viewers. They genuinely wanted to know what had happened. But children go missing all the time. What was it about this little girl that continues to obsess us 7 years on?